Hi everyone, good morning. It's Victoria from Ask the Angels, the weekly angel card reading for Monday the 30th of July. Can you believe that next week is already August? It just is crazy. So I hope this reading is finding you well. And interestingly today, the card decks that I was guided to choose, I really feel come on the back of the full moon, the lunar eclipse. And you know, for those of you that work with the full moon, you'll know that one of the amazing things it can help us with is releasing, surrendering, letting things go that don't serve us, so that we can allow then a space for the new to come in, a new chapter. And the lunar eclipse is really amazing at helping kind of force those things to happen, but also to have new chapters. And with the power around that full moon with the lunar eclipse, it really I think triples is what I've heard the effects of that happening. And I know there have been other, various things I don't completely, although I'm really fascinated by the astrology and planets and how it all impacts. I know there's also been a heightened sense of energy with Mercury retrograde and all of the energy and issues that brings too. So it's been really heightened for many people, but certainly certain signs as well. As a Scorpio, I've been feeling it. I'm starting to feel a bit of a come down from it now, which is good. But for me, I had to do lots of writing and releasing, and I'm still having to continue to do that, interestingly. So the two decks of cards that wanted to come today really support that process that you have gone through. So the first deck of cards that I was guided to choose is this Mary, Queen of Angels, and the mother energy of that compassion, love, kindness for ourselves as well as for other people. I found certainly with clients that I've had towards the back end of this week has been really obvious for me. They've come in healing and they've come to support. So that healing energy has been interesting. And then the second deck of cards that I was guided to choose was the Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle deck. And although I was guided with the Mary Queen of Angels firstly, the ones I chose from first were the Raphael. In fact, I've chosen one from Raphael, then two from the Mary deck, and then a last one from the Raphael. So there are four altogether for this week. So I'll share these cards with you and hopefully it will resonate with you. They've been cleared. They were infused with Reiki energy, and hopefully they'll support with what you need. So the first card that came is this one, Increased Energy. Beautiful colours on the wings of this Archangel Raphael in this picture. Incredible colours, really. Blue around the edges, you can see, and blue for me is, well, not for me, but around the chakra is around communication, our throat chakra, not also our voice and how we explain the things that we want, but also around the way that we receive it and whether people hear what we need and whether we hear people too. And then you've got an indigo kind of colour in the inside of that, which is more for me around this third eye, higher connection. And then you've got the orange around the sacral with our creativity, our emotions, and balancing all of that. And then ultimately that beautiful kind of white healing light that's in the middle, right above his head and around the centre of his wings. And so with this increased energy, it's suggesting that there's been some shift that you have sensed, either through changes that you've made or in this releasing process. So where you have, I don't know, one of the things that I very often put down in my release list is perhaps, things around my eating. So to help me with that, or around coffee, or around things that don't necessarily serve. So that's one of the things that could cause an increase in energy. So perhaps there's been a shift in your eating pattern. It might be that just purely from releasing, or you've perhaps had some healing work yourself, or you've been doing it, that you've noticed a shift and an increase in your vitality too. So that card is saying that, you're feeling more vibrant, you're feeling an increase in your energy where perhaps it was a little bit sluggish or tired or whatever. So there's been a shift, or you can expect a shift to come soon, given the cards I chose. So then the second card is signs. This is from the Mary, Queen of Angels one. And this card is saying, watch and notice for signs. And those signs usually will be in the way that the angels try to communicate with you that they think works best for you. That could be through hearing. So it might be a song that you hear. It might be something that somebody says. It might be something that you're listening to on the radio perhaps, or a noise that you hear or something like that. Usually where they're trying to get our attention, you'll notice it repeating, or it might just be something that stops you and you think, oh my goodness, that I know what that means. So it might be listening, it might be something that you see. So perhaps you keep seeing an angel somewhere, and so they're reassuring you that they're around, or you keep seeing a particular animal. Or, what we can also do is ask for signs. So if you're somebody who is working with manifestation or working with intention or working with the support from the divine, from your intuition, and you want to ask for support, and you say, help me to know is the right answer by showing me owls, or by showing me a bat, or by showing me a rose or something like that, and then all of a sudden you notice that everywhere, and so that gives you validation. Or it might be through your dreams, for example, that you get something, or whatever it is. This card is asking you to pay attention to signs. Those signs are heaven sent, and they're coming to either assure you, reassure you, or to help with making decisions. The third card is faith. And this is a call on trusting. One of the cards that I pulled last week was, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender some more. And so with this faith, it's saying, you might feel as though this difficulty that you're going through, or this challenge that you're going through currently, there's not a solution, or it isn't going to work out the way you want it to work out. You're feeling frustrated about something. Perhaps people aren't doing what you would like them to do, or a situation isn't working out as you would want it to, or you desperately want something to happen, and you're doing everything that you can do, and it still isn't happening the way you want it to, or in the timing you want it to. And I think again, that's a challenge, and it can be in whatever big thing that it is for you. It can be something as small as having faith that somebody will call you, to having faith that the job that you've applied for that you desperately want, or the country that you want to move to, or a mortgage application that you're applying for, you desperately want it to be okay and for it to kind of come out, or somebody who's sick, or you're looking for solutions around something, so with regards to that. So this card is saying, have faith that there's a higher plan, that the situation will be healed, might not be how we want it to be or in the way that we think it will be, but it will be as it needs to be, and that it will be healed and it will be sorted. And then the last card, this is just amazing, isn't it? Jesus, the divine healer. This last card was the one that I chose from the Archangel Raphael healing deck. And, in a non-denominational way, Jesus, by the way, in this card, so it's not that he was a son of God or a prophet or an archangel, whatever you believe he was, that's fine. But in a non-denominational sense, Jesus had miraculous powers to be able to heal. And so where you have been working on this releasing, allowing things to go, allowing things to be, that's my coffee machine turning off, sorry about that, where you are needing to trust or to forgive or to allow others to move on with their lives, and for you to accept situations as they are. The divine healer Jesus is an incredible support that can come to help with that healing power as we need it to support us with whatever it is that's going on. And his grace and support can allow us that peace of mind, that tranquility, and that acceptance within our being with regards to the things that we're trying to work through and we're trying to process and we're trying to release. Knowing it's all part of our journey, but ultimately it can still be a challenge, can't it? So I hope those cards have been helpful. I'm sending you lots of love and healing through my cards, through my here now. Just I hope that you have managed to get through the difficulty that's going on with regards to full moon and all of those other things that it may potentially have brought up for you, and know that all we can do is do our best and show up with love, show up with kindness and compassion for ourselves and those around us, and not forgetting the importance of loving ourselves as well. So sending you lots of love on this Sunday. It's a bit rainy here in Milton Keynes, but it's very welcome from the weather that we've had. I wish you all an amazing day, an amazing week ahead, and I'll connect with you soon. Thanks so much, everyone. Take care.